Hello, I'm Kayla Mallon. Today, we're going to take a look at the MobyMax Number Sense module. Number Sense will develop a deep and intuitive sense for numbers in your students. Number Sense consists of 6 modules: Numbers Part 1, Numbers Part 2, Easy Add and Subtract Part 1, Add and Subtract Part 2, and Compete. Number Sense is actually broken into 2 basic modules. Numbers Part 1 and 2 are manipulatives that help students develop their number sense. The 4 subsequent modules are an abacus game that is not only fun for students, but enable them to develop a lifetime ability to add and subtract large numbers in their head. The Numbers Part 1 module begins by teaching students how to recognize numbers on a number line. This manipulative acts like a mini game, and students have to click on the number line corresponding to the blocks before the block gets to the other side of the screen. Recent research suggests the importance of the number line as a tool for helping students develop a strong sense of numbers and the understanding of number relationships. The number line is also featured prominently in the Common Core State Standards as a visual model and a tool to help students solve problems. At any time, the student can click on the check mark to get a hint and help the student recognize the number. The simple graphic of yellow and blue blocks helps students really see the numbers, and when students can easily see how numbers relate to the base number 5, they will have a strong foundation for doing mental calculations with larger numbers. Research has shown the importance for young students to use fingers when learning to add. The manipulatives based on block numbers composed of 5 yellow blocks plus the remaining blue blocks reinforces the importance of base 5 in learning number sense. As students progress through the module, they will eventually work with larger numbers with a 10 frame, and with the same manipulatives that use colored blocks to represent the numbers. Here, we see that the number 10 is represented with green blocks, and again, students will practice numbers up to 20 with this manipulative. In a research study conducted with young students, the students who use the 10 frame could more easily mentally add and subtract as compared to their class average. After students learn to recognize numbers on a number line, use the base 5 and the 10 frame, they will move on to simple addition and subtraction with those same number blocks. Using blocks to represent adding and subtracting is an important visualization manipulative for students to build a number sense around adding and subtracting. Numbers Part 2 introduces the abacus. The abacus is not only useful for developing number sense, but also place value. The lesson will begin with an animated Teach Me lesson that gives students a brief explanation of the history of the abacus and what it was used for. After the Teach Me, the student will get a chance to make the numbers on the abacus with the manipulative. The student is introduced to how to use the abacus with a simple step-by-step process. The student will learn and practice using the abacus incrementally from 1 to 5 all the way to 999. With Easy Add and Subtract, students will learn how to use the abacus with addition and subtraction. Learning to use an abacus is actually quite simple, and you'll quickly see why the abacus is the ultimate number sense building tool ever developed. Each lesson will begin with an animated Teach Me and show the student exactly how to use the abacus and give multiple examples. For example, we see here we have 6 plus 2. The Teach Me first has the student make the number 6 with 1 yellow bead and 1 blue bead, and then grab 2 more beads to make the number 8. In the Add and Subtract Part 1 module, students will continue to use the abacus and we'll learn how to use buddy numbers to add and subtract. The buddy number builds on the concept that the students learned in the Numbers Part 1 module with Base 5. First, the module will teach the student what a buddy number is, and then the student will learn how to add using buddy numbers with the abacus by first explaining the concept, followed with an animated Teach Me that demonstrates how to do addition with buddy numbers. The module will follow the same format with a Teach Me followed by practice for both single and triple-digit numbers with addition, all using the abacus and buddy numbers. Once the student gets through all of the addition, they will move on to subtraction. And again, the module will start by teaching the student the concept of using a buddy number with subtraction, followed by an animated Teach Me that demonstrates the concept to the student. And the student will practice using the buddy numbers in subtraction with single, double, and triple-digit numbers. The student will then learn how to use a complement with the number 10. A complement to the number 10 is the same as a buddy number to the number 5. The student will learn addition and then subtraction, following the same progression, learning to add and subtract with double and triple-digit numbers. By the time students reach the final Compete module, they will have mastered the abacus and developed a deep and intuitive sense of numbers. In the last module, students will compete to reach the highest level, the Fighting Ninja Panda, by adding and subtracting large numbers. Students will be challenged to use their mental math quickly. As students progress through the 6 number sense modules, you will be able to see where they are in each module. As you can see here, the students in this class are all at different points in the module. And if you click on the gear icon, you can update settings for each student, set daily goals, assign time for the student to work in the module, and restart the student in any of the 6 modules. The Number Sense module's engaging touch manipulatives is sure to develop a deep and intuitive sense for numbers in your students. Simply have students log in and start playing with numbers.